Hey, everybody. What are the three skills, the three primary skills of the modern entrepreneur? I'll get to it. Technology skills, business skills, psychological skills. So why technology skills? I'm opening up a restaurant, Stef. Why do I need tech skills? I'm opening up a music store. Why do I need tech skills? Any type of business, you need tech skills. Why tech skills? Because for small businesses and big businesses, technology is the great equalizer, especially for small businesses, meaning you need to leverage technology to be able to compete in the marketplace, whether it be for marketing purposes, whether it be for back office automation and process automation. Your product could be technology centric as well. You need to understand the technology. Does that mean you have to become a master programmer? Does it mean you have to understand DevOps? Does it mean you have to understand every single thing out there in detail? No, you just need to have a good baseline of fundamental knowledge so that you can make informed decisions about which technologies you're going to leverage for your business. Whether you should go for a WordPress site, whether you should build something from scratch, whether you should use Google Docs, or whether you should use the Microsoft platform, whether you should use this type of database, etc., 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 etc. Having a basic understanding of technology is, in my opinion, one of the foundational skills of the modern entrepreneur. If you don't understand this stuff, you're at a disadvantage. So one of my friends owns a company, does about $2 to $3 million a year in revenue. And one of the things he told me about a year ago, he said that one of the most important skills he ever picked up was his basic web design skills, his basic HTML and CSS. Why? Because it allowed him to better communicate with the people he hired to build his website and to maintain his website. So he's able to communicate with them more effectively, which saved him money, which allowed him to assess the job more efficiently, allowed him to understand his options out there in terms of his website much more so than he would otherwise. So yes, one of the foundational skills of a modern entrepreneur is technology skills. So the next skill is the business skill set: money management, communications, processes, just these basic skill sets like I cover in my course that allows you to run a business well. In a previous vlog, I talked about the best business plan ever, where I said you go fast, go hard, go cheap, and I explained the details of that. That is part of business skill sets. Managing the process of starting and growing a business, very important, something you have to know if you're going to be successful. The final foundation skill set of a modern entrepreneur is psychological skills. Understanding the psychology of the buyer, understanding the psychology of dealing with people, even yourself. Let me give you an example. I talk about entrepreneurs should have no pride about their decision making. What do I mean by that? A good entrepreneur doesn't care if they are proven right or proven wrong. All they care about is figuring out how to get to the truth, how to get the job done. A good entrepreneur doesn't get offended if one of their ideas is shot down in flames. You have to be somebody who just wants to get to the truth. So if you come up with a great idea in your head and it turns out that it's wrong, you have to be able to let go of that idea. You can't be married to it. You can't be emotionally attached to your ideas, and you can't let yourself get caught in the emotional trap of having to prove yourself correct. I've had a business partner like that, and it cost us a lot because he would get caught in these loops where he needed to be right even if he was wrong. He needed to win an argument or win a debate, not necessarily with me, with consultants and people out there. If it went against an emotional position that he had, even though the evidence was pretty huge that he was wrong, he still felt this dire need to win. And then, a week or a month or 2 weeks, he'd figure out that he was wrong, he'd admit, but then it would cost us a lot. So that's just one example of the psychological skills of a good business owner, willing to not be married to an idea, willing to admit they're wrong and change course. Because if you don't change course, if you can't admit when you're wrong, you're going to end up hitting a wall. You're going to crash and burn. A good leader is able to assess the environment around them honestly and make decisions based on new information coming to them. That's what a good software developer does as well. A good software developer pays attention to the information that's out there and is willing to change their basic ideas, some of the tactics they may utilize, some of the libraries they may use, depending on what information comes in front of them. I hope that makes sense. Bye-bye.